so we keep boxing on, and our next speaker is in the person of Mr. Komla Buami. He is the Director of External Affairs, Telecel Ghana. Mr. Buami earned his master's degree in communication studies from the University of Ghana. With 2 decades of experience in corporate affairs, he has led sustainability programs focused on digital inclusion, rural connectivity, and renewable-powered telecom operations. At Telecel Ghana, he directs social impact initiatives aligning with the UN SDG 9 and 13, promoting responsible innovation and environmental sustainability. With a round of applause, let's welcome Mr. Komla Buami. Thank you so much. I welcome.
Thank you so much. Good morning. So, whilst coming here this morning, a bird whispered into my ears that on Friday morning, if you come to GIMPA and say good morning, only few people respond. You just confirm it. But let's try one more time. Good morning. Thank you so much. And that was a very powerful advert. I don't know why the advert preceded my presentation, an indication that I must get that product for my wife. And definitely, please reserve one for me. Just after my speech, I'll get one as well. Chairman, for the occasion, and indeed, I was super excited to hear in the introductions that you have over 100 publications to your name. I was in academia because of publication. I had to run out and be in the industry. And so to have 100 publications is super interesting. And co-chairs, again, in the introduction, I hear that the co-chairs are all, apart from the academic accolades, are also ministers of the gospel. What it means is that no weapon fashioned against us today shall prosper. Right, if you can permit me just to follow the other presentations and in the same protocols that was outlined, to say that we are super excited at Telecel to be invited for this particular event. We see events such as this that brings industry and academia together as platform to test the theory against practice, while also learning from academia emerging theories within which the practice can be situated. My task, therefore, today is to share with you some of the significant work we have been doing at Telecel within the framework of corporate social investment, after which I will sit to hear more from academia to gauge the level of our intervention and see how much our work aligns with the emerging theories. And as has been advertised already, I will do this within the scope of corporate social investment as tool for Africa's development and how at Telecel we are redefining what responsible business looks like on the continent. We believe that Africa's progress goes beyond network connectivity. For us, it's connectivity through shared purpose. So wherever we operate across Africa, we ask ourselves one essential question: how can we use our presence, our expertise, and our resources to improve lives beyond businesses? Of course, you know by now that corporate social investment has evolved far beyond writing checks, donations, and photo opportunities. It has become a strategic lever for advancing human, social, and economic transformation. Across Africa, our collective development challenges are complex and no longer be an afterthought for business that want to maintain their social license. Corporate social investment must be integrated into the core business model, driving value for both people and planet while also sustaining profit. To do this effectively, we at Telecel have established the Telecel Foundation as the corporate social investment wing of our business. Within this foundation is the Connected for Good initiatives, aimed at advancing the UN Sustainable Development Goals, particularly in healthcare, digital literacy, and inclusive education. Over the past year alone, the foundation has touched the lives of tens of thousands of Ghanaians with development programs to empower and transform their lives. Under our Connected Health initiative, in the last year alone, we delivered free ultrasound screening to almost 10,000 expectant mothers in rural communities in many regions, including Oti, Savannah, Northern Central, and Bono West North regions. And whilst you clap and you're not on a Telecel network, you've got to get Telecel before you leave this function. Our flagship Health First provide medical screenings to over 20,000 beneficiaries, offering treatment and facilitating the renewal of over 5,000 national health insurance cards for sustainability of healthcare over the past year alone. Through the Telecel Foundation Homecoming, we relieve the burden of financially constrained patients by clearing their medical bills and reuniting them with their families. A simple but deeply human gesture of compassion. We do this every year in the month of November, and so the month we are entering into, we shall visit a number of hospitals, pay bills for those who are unable to pay their bills, and connect them with their families. In education, our Grow Girls in STEM and Digitech Academy initiatives are closing the gender gap in science and technology. In the last academic year alone, over 1,000 young students from 12 regions at the upper primary and junior high level received 12-week training in STEM disciplines like robotics, coding, and AI, with 70% of them being female. And in enterprise, our digital and financial literacy program has empowered over 400 women entrepreneurs in the agribusiness value chain across Ghana with the digital and financial literacy skills needed to thrive in the digital economy. This month, Telecel Group has commenced its fight against cervical cancer with the installation of advanced cervical cancer equipment in 3 national hospitals, including Kolebu Teaching Hospital, Tamale Teaching Hospital, and Sehuioso Municipal Hospital. These health centers will offer free screening to over 10,000 women within the next 2 years. I encourage all our female partners here to visit any of these facilities. When you go, mention Telecel to them and let them know that I, at this function, told you that it is free of charge to be screened for the next 2 years. Beyond health, we have also signed an MOU with the Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovations to train 100,000 Ghanaians as our contribution to the 1 million coders program over the next 4 years. Equipping young people with coding, digital literacy, and innovation skills to compete in a global economy is increasingly being driven by technology. This initiative, therefore, is part of our investment in the next generation of digital leaders and building a future where no one is left behind in the digital revolution. Corporate social investment at Telecel is not limited to community impact initiatives. It's part of our overall sustainability strategy built on 3 pillars that guide every aspect of how we operate: environmental responsibility, sustainable society, and organizational culture. Under environmental responsibility, we've increased the number of solar-powered network exchanges, as NCA mentioned earlier. For the past 2 years alone, we've increased this number from 6 to 9, and also in partnership with the Ghana Forestry Commission, we've planted over 35,000 trees at various locations in the country. Under sustainable society, we are investing in STEM education, financial and digital inclusion, and scholarships like the Telecel Female Engineering Students Program, which ensure that young women see themselves in the future of technology. And within our organizational culture, we continue to model inclusivity, with 70% of our employees participating in volunteering, 30% of our total workforce being female, 50% of our ESCO members are females, and fair recruitment practices that make diversity a lived value. We purposely employ talents from the disability population into our super care team, which is a special needs customer service delivery designed specially for deaf and hard of hearing people. Through Supercare, our deaf customers can get help from agents who can sign through video on WhatsApp call. Many of these agents are deaf themselves, and they understand what true communication means. What this means is that if you belong to this particular group of people, unable to hear, and you call our call centers, they can still sign to you and you get all your challenges well resolved. By the way, the bigger question before us, and one this conference boldly asks, is how corporate social investment can be leveraged beyond sectors to accelerate Africa's development. The answer lies in cross-sector collaboration and shared value creation. Africa's future will not be built by governments or corporates alone. It will be shaped where both intersect through purposeful partnerships that blend innovation, investment, and empathy. Whether it's a bank supporting financial inclusion, an energy company investing in renewable infrastructure, or a telco bridging the digital divide, every corporate actor has a role in creating the Africa vision we all want to see. Corporate social investment, when embedded in business strategy, becomes a multiplier, expanding access, driving innovation, and enabling long-term competitiveness. It transforms the old paradigm of profit first into a new model of profit through purpose. Across industries, the ESG agenda is reshaping how success is measured. Investors, customers, and communities now judge companies not only by their market performance, but by their moral performance. How they treat people, how they use resources, and how they protect the future. As we interact today, let's move beyond talking about sustainability as a trend. Let's see it as a new form of competitiveness, where those who align profit with purpose will lead Africa's next growth with. Let's collaborate across academia, business, and policy to design models of corporate social investment and build systems of resilience. And finally, let's remember that sustainability of Africa's future depends on what we invest in our people today. At Telecel, we remain committed to connecting energies, dreams, and future, because we connect people to opportunity, we connect Africa's possibility. Thank you for your kind attention.